In this video, we're going to look at multiplying and dividing algebraic fractions. So just as you do with numeric fractions, it's always easier if you try and simplify before you multiply the numerator and the denominator together. So you simplify by looking at diagonally. So if I look at 4x and 16, are there any common factors between 4x and 16? And hopefully you can see that 4 is a common factor of both of those. So 4 goes into 4 once, and it goes into 16 4 times. So I can simplify that to 1x and 4. Again, I'll look diagonally now with the other two numerator and denominator, 15y and 5. And 5 goes into both of those, so 15 simplifies to 3, and 5 simplifies to 1. So what I've got now, and you can write this out so that you can see it a bit more clearly, is the first fraction is now just 1 over 1, and the second one is 3 over 4. And when I multiply fractions, I multiply the numerators together, so 1 times 3 is 3, and then I multiply the denominators, 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, so that simplifies to 3/4. Okay, again, you can try this one on your own if you'd like to give it a go, otherwise follow along with me. So let's look at this, 8x and 20x squared. First of all, with the coefficients, the numbers, 4 goes into both of those. So 8 divided by 4 is 2, 20 divided by 4 is 5. And now if I look at the variables, I've got x and x squared. So I can simplify those by cancelling out 1x. So that's going to simplify to just 1, and that's going to simplify to just x, okay, because what I've done is I've divided both of those by 1x. Now going the other way, I've got a common factor of just y, so I can cancel that y out, and from y squared I now just have y. Okay, so I'm going to write that out so it looks a bit more clear. My first fraction is 2 over y. And my second fraction is 3 over 5x. And now I can multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. Y times 5x is 5xy. Okay, when we divide fractions, we have to flip and multiply. So you're multiplying by this second reciprocal. So this would become 11 9x squared y times 15x over 77y. So you can't simplify until you've done your flip and multiply. Next, I'm going to look for common factors diagonally. So 11 and 77, I can divide both of those by 11. So I get 1 there and 7 there. None of the variables cancel. Looking at the other two, I can see that 3 goes into both of those. And I can see that I can cancel out 1x from both of those. So rewriting that, I've got 1 over 3xy times 5 over 7y. And now I can multiply straight across, really easy. 1 times 5 is 5. And here I end up with 21xy squared. Okay, in this one, what we should always check for, and we haven't checked on the other ones, because you haven't been able to do this, but if you have something like 3x minus 9, you should see if you can common factor any of that first. So the first fraction, x plus 4, that's fully simplified, x plus 4 and x minus 3. But my second fraction, I can find a common factor of 3 in the numerator, so that factorizes to 3 times x minus 3. And then I've got a common factor of 5 in the denominator, so 5 times x plus 4. And then you can see I've got some cancelling that I can do because I've got x plus 4 and x plus 4 diagonally there, so that simplifies just to 1, and that would be 1 as well, so 5 times 1 is just 1. And then going the other way, I can also cancel out x minus 3 and x minus 3. So what I'm left with, so that's just 1 and 1. So what I'm left with here is, again, 1 over 1 times 3 over 5, or 3/5, and that just multiplies out to give me 3/5. Okay, so that whole expression there simplifies to 3/5. Okay, so first thing is look from the beginning, see if you can actually common factor anything, and then look diagonally see if you can cancel anything out, and then multiply your two terms together, or your two expressions together.